if you want to change icon colors on Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 8, we can open settings, and then we're gonna scroll down a little bit, and you want to go to wallpaper and style. Then here we can proceed to color palette. We need to enable the color palette, and then we can apply the palette to app icons. So here we have a little preview of how it's going to look like, and here below we can also change the palette, of course. We can go through all of these different wallpaper colors that we have available in here, or you can choose one of these basic colors that we have available over there. And of course we need to apply our changes to see the difference. However, unfortunately, there might be some apps that won't be changed. As you can see, TikTok stands out, Netflix is not updated as well. So this is of course a huge drawback for those who just prefer to have all icons colored the same way. And there are some alternatives, of course, that we can use. But first, let me actually turn off the palette. There we go. So what you can do is, instead of going to wallpaper and style, you can go to the themes option in settings. You will open the Galaxy themes, and you can go to icons, and you can just simply change the icon theme. Of course, we have many different themes to choose from, and they might look very different from each other, but you might be able to find a theme that uses more or less the same color across all of these different icons. And let's say I'm just gonna try to use this one over here. Let's download it and apply it, and let's see if it's going to work. Of course, while the theme might solve the issue, at the same time, as you can see, it doesn't always work. As you can see here, many apps still stand out. But you might actually be lucky to find something that you might actually want to use. But there is another method that allows you to change the icon color and actually customize the icon style in general. And it requires you to get the Good Lock app. So if you open the Galaxy Store, then you should be able to search for Good Lock. So of course, we can type Good Lock over here. And this is the app that we're looking for. We want to open it. And with this app, we can get more plugins that unlock more customization for Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 8. And in this case, we can use the Theme Park plugin. We can download it by tapping on this arrow that we have here in the upper left corner. And once we have the Theme Park downloaded, we can easily, of course, open it. So let's do that. And now in here at the bottom, we should be able to switch to icon. And then we can tap on Create New. Over here, we can choose the shape that we would like to use. So let's say I'm gonna choose, maybe let's stick with this one here. Then we can also tap on the color, and now let's try to apply any of these colors. Let's say I'm gonna choose this green one. Of course, you can just move around this color picker to decide by yourself. There we go. And let's go to effects. Over here, as you can see, we have a couple of different effects that we can use. We have this glass effect as well. We have the gradient, we have the duotone, and this might be the one that you might want to use. We're gonna go back to it in a second. We have the film grain as well, and let's say we're gonna stick with the duotone. I'm gonna switch these colors a little bit, however. So let's say I'm gonna pick this green and maybe a darker color, or maybe not. Maybe let's choose a lighter one. Something. What about this green here? I think it's too green now. All right, so let's choose a white color. All right, and a slightly darker green. Perfect. Now, here we can also switch to icon, and you can actually apply a custom icon pack. So if you have one, you can use it straight away. You can also switch to the monochrome over here. That should work as well, I assume. There we go. So maybe instead of actually using one of these effects, you can stick with the basic one, but you can use the monochrome option, and this might be the better choice. You might also want to switch the shape color over here. So maybe let's pick, this is actually not too blue. So I'm just messing around trying to find out my favorite one. I think now this looks pretty cool, so let's stick with that. So now what we need to do is we need to use this download button. And here we need to set up the name for the theme. I'm just gonna name it whatever. There we go, let's tap on OK. And now we can tap on our icon pack and we can apply it. And then confirm that you want to do that. There we go. And in a couple of seconds, we should be able to go to the home screen and we should have our icons updated. I'm not sure why they are not updated straight away. Let's try one more time just in case. There we go. Now it is actually updated. Unfortunately, yeah, this also doesn't really update everything Maybe if I actually stick with the duotone, then it might work. So I'm just gonna give it a try. Let's switch back to the duotone, and let's see if this one is going to work. Maybe something slightly darker. There we go. And let's set up separately. Save it separately. There we go. Let's apply it. And this one works, but you can still see that some of these apps still stand out. This might be just the way these icons are made. But still, I think there is a better potential to have it actually in one single color for all of these app icons. So you can give it a try and mess around and try to find out which one actually works for you. So that's pretty much it. Leave a like and subscribe.